Welcome back to Project 94 for another Diecast review here on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Kyle Larson's 2022 Coca-Cola 600 HendrickCars.com Patriotic Chevrolet Camaro for Hendrick Motorsports. What a really nice Kyle Larson diecast to have, the Coca-Cola 600 livery. And of course, you guys gonna really be shocked about this. So, you guys know that I'm not the biggest Larson fan, but this paint scheme was honestly one of the better looking patriotic cars. I mean, just look at this thing. You have gradients on this car. The colors of HendrickCars.com blend in really well with the patriotic design. And of course, we got to see plenty of it because this car led a lot of laps in the Coca-Cola 600. Almost won. And man, the battle between him and Chase Briscoe. What an experience of being at that Coca-Cola 600. But like I said, that could be a whole different video for a whole nother day. But I've been intending to review this car for a long time, for months and weeks. Ever since I picked up the Hendrick 5 car, I always kept forgetting to review this car. And now we're going to get to do it. So here's the front here. You got number 5, Hendrick Motorsports right there. You got the Camaro front end. Got HendrickCars.com slanted, just like the 2023 primary. You got Chevrolet right there, the air vents so the driver can breathe, and SPC Ravago IV right there. Just pronouncing it as letters for the video. You got number 5, you got Sunoco, Goodyear. You have the very fuzzy Honor and Remember wheels. Got NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Salutes, number 5, Kyle Larson, the race winner sticker from Fontana. You have Acronis, Exalta, Cincinnati, Freightliner, Mack Tools, and Siemens. HendrickCars.com, really cool how it's slanted and just goes across the side. Really making use out of the new number placements. You got Valvoline right there, the little Hendrick little sticker. Hiring veterans to go along with the patriotic theme. Really cool. That's a nice theme blend right there. The hiring veterans, just like it was hiring technicians for the original car. So you got Valvoline, HendrickCars.com, number 5, Camaro ZL1 with the Chevy logo. Black spoiler, got the HendrickCars.com under the red stripe. And onto the roof, you got Larson and hiring I almost said hiring technicians. It's hiring veterans. Really cool that they're actually promoting that on the patriotic car. That actually really good fit. As I mentioned before, I really like that. So the number, you got a red outline and a white number fill-in for the sides and the roof. The front and, well, the front actually has it with the blue outline with the white number fill-in, and on the back it's got the red outline with the blue number fill-in. So they kind of altered the number color looking across the sides of the car. Now the paint scheme, they spray painted the car white and then put the blue on as a wrap. That explains why it looks a little bit grainy when you zoom in. But when you look at the front of this car, the red fill-in around the white outline, really nice. It goes around the OEM details really nicely. The outline, I love when any sponsor takes the front end of these cars, like the headlights and the grille, just the OEM, the front fascia of the diecast, or the car I should say, and they kind of wrap their graphics around it in a really fancy way. That looks cool. And on the hood here, that's where you're going to see the gradients. So you're going to see some like decals and seam lines. That's just the product of putting the decals together with a paint scheme like this. But the gradients is there. It goes from like a light baby blue, like a sea blue, and it just goes straight into a dark. It transitions really nicely into that dark blue color. Very patriotic looking. And it kind of matches the HendrickCars.com, which the blue on the HendrickCars.com, really nice blend in. Nice color for that. It's a lot darker. And it kind of goes with the theme of the rest of the car. Really nice color for that. I must say, the HendrickCars.com. It's a little bit darker than the original, I think. I think this color for the HendrickCars.com, a little bit darker than the primary. That kind of makes it different as well. And of course, the white, it's going to be angled. It's just going to kind of wrap around the white, or the blue, I should say. And it's just kind of angle really nicely right there. The blue's going to get covered up. And it's going to, the stars, which are actually scattered fairly nicely scattered. They're not necessarily in an orderly fashion scattered, but it does look pretty good. I know the roof looks like they're going in a circle, the stars there. That looks really cool. But on the hood, they are scattered. And of course, on the side, they are scattered around the 5. Very, very nicely arranged, very organized. They are scattered and organized both at the same time, just the way they come onto the car on top of the blue with the gradients and around the number 5. And of course, the white, which kind of angled around right there. And of course, you got the red stripes. The thinnest is the first, the second is the second thinnest, and the third is the most thick. And then, of course, the bottom stripe. And it's going to wrap around the bumper right here under the Camaro. And it's going to leave a little bit of a little space right there. It's kind of angled off. Looks really nice. The stripes are going to stop around the taillights because you got to be able to read these 3 logos right here. And the Camaro looks a little bit slid up right there, boys. That looks quite a bit slid up. And that's probably because of the way the paint scheme was done. Just look at that. Like, this right here would be like the safe zone. Like, right around Camaro. Like, it's got to be like a little bit lower right there. It goes a little bit past the safe zone of the bumper. Like, this all up here, that's the limit. And it kind of passes it a little bit. But that's just probably how the wrap came on here. So that's not such a big deal. The hiring technician's color, of course, I'm going to point that out because that kind of goes with the paint scheme as well. See that dark blue HendrickCars.com right there? And of course, hiring is in that color and veterans is white on top of the stripe. Now that looks cool. I like how they did that. Honestly, I would not be mad at all if they kept this paint scheme the same for next year, for the next Coca-Cola 600. Because I really, really like this. This looks good. I mean, for this sponsor, this is as good as it's going to get. How much would you want to change this? This looks fantastic, man. My favorite part is the gradients, honestly. It's just nice to see a fade. And Lionel is getting better and better with this because they have to improve on it. A lot more cars are including that now on their paint schemes. So that means Lionel has to keep on improving, and it looks like they have done on this one. And it just makes the car look better than just doing it in one solid color. It just kind of adds some depth to it. So we're seeing some pretty nice cars from this Coca-Cola 600 line so far. Black side skirts. And of course, when you look at the red stripes around the top, so the blue, because it's angled off, that stripe would continue around the sides of the roof right there and kind of angle off like 2 triangles right there around the black roof rails. The stripes are going to wrap around, evenly spaced. It's going to go over the rear quarter windows, coming onto the rear window. And of course, the stripe is going to stop right at the deck lid. The 2 stripes are going to meet, and then of course it's going to be like a straight line, like a trapezoid shape almost there, to kind of end it off. And the whole rest of the back is going to be white with the stripes. And that is the paint scheme. A really, really nice car for the Coca-Cola 600 for Kyle Larson. Of course, the hood vents are over the sponsor, as they should be, so that's good news for the Chevys, because now they're finally getting these hood vents right. They're putting them over the decal and not under them. So I really like this car, man. Honestly, I gotta be honest, this is probably one of my favorites in the Coke 600. I'm not really sure if to say that or not, because like I said, regardless if I like the driver or not, or I'm a fan of theirs or not, I gotta say, whenever they have a really nice scheme, you really gotta give it credit. This is a nice car. You should definitely pick this car up. I would recommend getting the 4-pack. I keep saying 5-pack. It's a 4-pack because Hendrick car has 4 cars. Definitely get this one. If you're only going to get one and you don't really care for any drivers at Hendrick, you would get any of them, definitely probably get this one. Even though the Chase Elliott is nice too. I mean, they're all nice cars. Who am I to tell you that there's only one nice car? And of course, look at the stripes. Look at the decal right there. I got to get a toothpick and kind of fix that right there. And I am actually going to do that on camera just because I have OCD, and if I see something I got to fix, I'm going to want to fix it. So I'm going to do that because I have OCD with these cars. So see that little stripe right there? That is all hanging right there. So I really got to, boom, you see that, the way that came out? Easy fix. They should have someone in charge for quality control to, do what I'm doing here. Kind of go through some of these cars. I gotta be careful I don't ship it all the way off, because then that'll be a problem. But yeah, guys, once again, a really, really nice car to have for the Coca-Cola 600. Oh, I got it. See? Wasn't that hard. Didn't even take a full minute. So there you go, guys. I just fixed this car right there. That's how, I know it's kind of still hanging there a little bit. That's how it's supposed to be, kind of wrapping over, and of course gets cut off by the wheels and the wheel well, just like how it is on this side. They got it better on this side than the other side. I'll give it that. So here's the front of the car, here's the hood, here's the right side, here's the back, here's the deck lid, here's the roof, the left side, and the chassis. And that is going to be it for Kyle Larson's 2022 Coca-Cola 600 car, and hopefully 2023 Coca-Cola 600 car, because I really want this car to come back. And that is going to be the 3 Coca-Cola 600 cars. And how about that, guys? We reviewed a Chevy, a Ford, and a Toyota. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So, thank you all for checking out this Diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next Diecast review. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your Diecast.